Welcome. In this video, we're going to talk about all the ways that Legislata can help you with your email, from getting through your inbox to making sure that the information you receive via email is saved in the right place and not just buried under a pile of unread. Now, before we begin, I do want to stress you do not have to use your email for Legislata. All of the other features work. If you don't want to connect to your email, you can skip ahead to those videos to find out how to use those features. And currently, we only provide support for Microsoft Office 365 emails for some technical reasons. So if you use Gmail as your email provider, unfortunately, we aren't able to connect to that just yet. Hopefully in the not too distant future we will be, but for right now, if you use Microsoft Office 365 and you do want to use Legislata as an email client, this video is for you. Okay, so we're here with John Adams in his personal office, and he does want to use Legislata to help with his email. So he makes sure that in this Office tab, that Can Members Connect Their Email in this office is switched on. Now, the reason that we have this here is that you may not want people to be able to connect their emails in a particular office. Your email will be connected to a specific office, not just across Legislata as a whole. So John Adams is, for example, part of my personal office for himself, as well as the Continental Congress. He wants his email to be connected in his personal office. He does not want the Continental Congress, either himself nor anyone else there, to connect their email to that office. Now, the reason being is that when you have your email connected, Legislata will create a contact whenever you receive an email, so that you and whoever you're working with don't have duplicated contacts. You have one person email someone in your office and everyone can have that contact visible. That saves time, but maybe you're in a group like the entire Continental Congress or people who are interested in what's happening in Pennsylvania, where you don't want that auto creation of a contact to be possible. Just switch off the email functionality. But John does want email for his personal office, so he goes right here to his email tab and he sees this. Please connect your Office 365 email to get started. Now he clicks that and he sees this loading your inbox. You might be taken to an authorization page with Microsoft, but just wait a few moments as it loads your inbox. And while we're waiting, it's a good chance to mention that if you do have any questions about how email works, you can go to our FAQ page. You can email us at customersupport@legislata.com. But the main point is that we are providing an email client, meaning that we make a connection to the server that hosts your email. But we are simply like the app on your phone or whatever other app you use for your email. What you do here will be reflected on the server, which means that it will be reflected in everything else. So if you see an email here and you flag it in Legislata, when you go to your phone and check your email, it will show up there flagged as well. It's a secure connection. It only exists while you're on Legislata, and we're not stealing your data. We're not selling your data. We're just providing an interface to connect with your email so that you can also use all of the other functionality that comes along with Legislata. When you connect your email in Legislata and you click on the Emails tab, you'll be brought to your inbox. And this will look just like any standard inbox that you have in any email client, really. When you click on an individual email, that's when the added functionality of Legislata really starts to come into play. So here we have an email from Politico. It's Politico's New Jersey Playbook PM. And what we can see here is that, here's the body of the email. We can scroll down to read it. At the bottom, we have our ability to respond, if this were a real person and not an auto-generated email. And up at the top, we could mark it as unread. If we want to go back to it, we could star it, we could delete it, we could archive it. Here to the right, though, this is something that Legislata is providing you. So first, the tagging of your contacts. When someone emails you, Legislata will automatically create a contact in your contact directory with the email address of the person here, or they will match that contact if you already have that email associated with a contact in your directory. And what you can do with that contact is then tag them with various pieces of information that helps you better understand who they are. So this is a Politico newsletter, so we'll tag it as newsletter. But let's say that this was from a local city councilor, and we want to tag it with a counselor, and maybe they're also a constituent of ours. Now, this contact in our directory has these three tags associated with it. Therefore, if you get an email from someone, or your staffer gets an email from someone, they'll know, oh, this is a counselor or this is a constituent, because they've already been tagged with that, and it appears right here to the side of the screen. Second, you can create a task from the email. Oftentimes we receive an email, we have to do something about it, but rather than just creating a task separately and trying to copy and paste the information, we can hit create new task, give it the subject, give it the body, associate it with a bill or an issue or a topic, obviously a due date. We can assign it to someone in our office. And when we save the task, let's say, it's research New Jersey laws here, and then, check out what's in this newsletter. We can save the task, and now we have a related task. And if we go to that task, we'll see that it came from email. And if we were to click this, we would go back to the initial email. So you can be in your task directory, which we'll talk about in a future video, and have these created from the emails immediately go back to the originating email just by clicking this. Third, you can tag the email with what it relates to. So let's say this was someone writing in about the Pensacola Humane Society Help Team, and they really wanted you to support that bill, H4313. You can tag it with that bill, and these bills come from the jurisdictions that you're a part of in your office, and you can say strong support. Legislata has now saved that this is an email about that with strong support. And later on, when you go to find, how many people wrote in about H4313, you can see this many people wrote in and this percentage with strong support or strong opposition, etc. You could also associate with an issue or a topic. There are also two ways that we help you get through your email more quickly. The first are templates. Templates are common in a lot of email clients. It's very simple. You would have a template if there's a standard response that you have for various people that write you in. Let's say that's people always write in about garbage pickup, and this is what you always respond. You can create a template. You can create as many as you want, and that way everyone in your office would have access to that template, and they would be able to use a common set of templates and not have to have everyone copy and paste and save their own templates. A second way that you can save time in your emails is with workflows. Workflows are multi-step processes that would be triggered by an email. So let's say you've gotten a lot of emails about unemployment checks going missing. And whenever that happens, you have a 4-step process. First, you're going to reply to that email to let the person know that you received it and that you're going to look into it. You'll forward the initial email to someone, let's say your liaison at the unemployment office. You'll create a task about it so that you remember to follow up about it or to look into it again. And that's a task that is about unemployment, so you want to tag it as unemployment. And then you also want to log that email. You want to log the email as something related to unemployment. What you can do is, rather than doing those steps over and over and over manually every time someone writes in about a missing unemployment check, you can build a workflow called unemployment check missing. Put those 4 steps there: your reply, your forwarding, creating a task, and how you log it. And then when you receive an email like that, rather than doing those 4 steps manually, you'll go up to workflow, select the workflow that you want to apply, click apply, and those 4 steps will be done immediately. You don't need to do anything else, and we can move on to the next thing that you have in your day. So that is how email works in Legislata. It is an email client designed to help you have as much contextual information as you need immediately when you receive an email from someone, to help you more easily create a task or log the emails relating to something. And then when it comes to getting through your inbox as quickly as possible, templates and workflows will help you do that.